Judy?
Are you talking about after-school programs or in the curriculum programs where you're...
Well, I think we're going to fire on all cylinders. So, you know, after school is a great opportunity because it's a really rich opportunity for informal learning,
Yeah.
but it doesn't hit every kid. And I don't think we can afford, just like, you know, the way we teach reading or writing or math, we can't afford for this to be a random learning experience. So we're building 10 lessons right now that we hope will get embedded during the school day, during only 10 lessons. So we really get, right now, and I don't know how much you know about what's going on right now in K-12 education, but it's a very highly disrupted universe with Common Core, and there's another set of standards about to roll down, the next generation science standards. Really important that they get adopted, but obviously everyone is, it's just a lot of work to be a teacher right now. So we're not looking to make that harder. We're looking to sort of thread the needle and find a way to embed some things in the regular school day that are not oppressive to teachers, that don't require a lot of professional development for teachers, that may not even require computers. Quite honestly, I have a way to teach a lesson on algorithm with a deck of cards, and a lesson on algorithm with the way you pick kickball teams. You know, we're really working hard to make these teachable, learnable, giving sort of a foundation, a platform of understanding without putting a lot of undue pressure on teachers. So, and we fully expect that those lessons will get tested here on Roosevelt Island along with at our other partner schools.
Others? Christina?
I just want to thank you. We had a chance to meet earlier, and I think it's really terrific. I know that Fiona is on the ground working with PTA, and of course Ursula and Principal Beckman. And professional development is really important, of course, just as you said, you know, the teachers and leaders have to know. And also finding a way to bring things into the school that don't overwhelm and overtax the overburdened school system. The Common Core, the way I understand it, PSIS 217 has already adopted that, so they're kind of in line and all good on
That's
and
exactly
squared
right.
away on that. So we just are here to support Rick, Roosevelt Island, Islanders express interest in the education on the island, and of course that means PSIS 217. So we welcome you, and we're excited and supportive, and you know, utilize us for these relationships because it's very important to a lot of organizations in the community that are part of it.
And I'm happy to come back and keep you posted through Jane as things develop. I think this is going to be a very rich year for us together. We've got lots of ideas and some thinking about how to bring them to fruition.
Yeah.
So lots and lots of opportunity, and a very, you know, the middle school faculty is really a very high caliber, and they're working really hard to make great things happen. So
It's exciting about the professional development and things that you create that are turnkey, and the fundraising expertise that you have from your previous positions. That's really wonderful to do workshops with the school and get people engaged and thinking differently. So thank you. Ellen.
The city council member Ben Kalos gave some money to the school for STEM program development. Could you explain how you are planning to work with that?
So my understanding is that the money that came from the member is for the purchase of equipment, not for STEM curriculum, not for professional development. It's for actually tools, not curriculum.
Hardware.
So it's for you know, pencils, but not pencils. But for computers, it's for I think it's for. I haven't seen the final order, but I know there were active boards. There were laptops, right? Did you see the final order? No. I know what they were talking about doing, but it is not. It doesn't relate to curriculum. They're teaching tools.
So would you be in a position of helping them use those
You know, really, what we are about is what's under the hood. So certainly we could. They will be very useful. when kids start to explore coding and programming, that there are computers available to them. But they were designed to support existing instruction.
Others, from the public, anybody else? Margie?
You may not know the answer to this, but last summer, Cornell gave a program called Girls Who Code, which my understanding was very successful, but do you know why it didn't happen again this year? I thought it was going to be every year.
So it was modestly successful. I wouldn't say, I mean, it was only impacted 11 children. So, and I don't think all of them were from Maryland. The reason it didn't happen again is that Girls Who Code has moved away from a summer program for middle school students at all. They only provided summer intensives for high school students this year. And they only do it now inside corporate environments. That's their model. So we'll work, if there's an appetite for summer programming, we'll happily work with someone to create a great middle school program. I didn't have the time to do it this year. Girls Who Code declined to replicate that program. But we'll look into doing something. Honestly, I think there's something better out there for us, and we'll find it and figure it out. I really
I
believe
just
that.
need to see another summer go by, even if it wasn't the best, it was better than nothing. There's nothing this year.
I mean, a program that impacts 11 students is not a great solution yet, but I think
No.
there
It was
is.
more than we had last year.
Yeah, well, yeah. We hear you loud and clear. I didn't have time really to execute
You're
anything
on the
once
plane,
they,
you are,
you know.
so-
But I hear you that we want to try to make something really great happen.
Okay, Rick?
Can you give an example, maybe 2 or 3 examples of programs that you're going to initiate at PS217 this upcoming school year?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Can you give an example of 2 or 3 programs you plan on initiating this year at PS217?
So everything that gets implemented at 217 is the decision of the principal and the staff. I don't make those decisions. I will offer them some ideas. So as I said, I know that they're planning to implement Bootstrap, which is this math computer game design program designed to teach algebra and pre-algebra. So that's one I'm quite certain is happening because the teacher is attending the professional development. We are looking for a coding curriculum. We looked at one called Global Oria. We think it's out of reach for a couple of reasons. It's quite expensive, and the teachers who were required to go to professional development were not available to do that during the dates. So now I'm looking for an alternative coding program. I found one that I've sent over for folks to review. In the summer it's a little hard, they are not working. But so I'm pretty confident we're going to find a coding curriculum that will happen during the school day. And then I've offered to figure out how to do robotics, Lego first robotics at the school, which I think will be really popular. So that's another program that I'm pretty confident we will make happen. But a lot these are not I can offer, but the decisions are made at the school level.
So the process is for the school to come to you with ideas and programs, and you help them implement
The
it?
other way. I mean, I'm absolutely coming to them with lots and lots of ideas, and we are figuring out together what's really going to work for the school, but the teachers have the bandwidth and the interest in presenting what they feel like works for their school. They're the experts on their kids.
Thank you.
Anything else? Oops, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you have a pathway whereby somebody who uses STEM concepts everyday life can sort of come to you with ideas? And I have some STEM curriculum.
There's my pathway. For sure, come to me, particularly, if we end up doing robotics at the school, we're going to need folks who are knowledgeable and willing to work with kids to participate in that. There's a few other options for community volunteers to bring that stuff. There's also a program that happens at the school called Salvadori that I think is a science-focused, hands-on learning program. I don't know a whole lot about it, but we can look at that together too.
Okay, all right, thank you so much,
Diane?
Just a couple more things that I wanted to bring up.